Good morning. Good morning. Is this on? I hope you can hear me. Hi, how's it going? Good morning. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. And if it's afternoon where you're at, good afternoon. And if it's evening, good evening. I hope you had a lovely day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming along and on this journey with me this morning because it's been a day. It's been a day. Let's see who's here. I'm having connectivity issues, I think. It's been rainy here. Yes, Hals, it's been rainy here. You might need it, but we've had enough of it for a while. I'm like, totally, it's like one of those, it's like that, it just keeps on, it's keeps on getting here, and it won't stop. But good for the yard, bad for the freaking sleep, because I got a dog that hates thorns. So how y'all doing this morning? I have nothing planned. So I'm just going to start playing music. How does that sound? Let's see. What are we going to listen to first? Because I was up. I'll tell you about it later. I'll tell you about it later. But let's see here. I need to go here. Mainly from that one. Let's start off with one of my favorites. Here we go. Ancient Mariner, Part 1, Number 2.
The sun came up upon the left, out of the sea came he, and he shone bright, and on the right went down into the sea. Higher and higher every day, till over the mast at noon. The wedding guest here beat his breast, for he heard the loud bassoon. The bride hath paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear, and thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride hath paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear, and thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride hath paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, no dim, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy, the merry minstrelsy. The wedding he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear, and thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner.
Let's keep it going. If it'll go. Come on.
I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset when the king be witnessed in the room. Keepsake signed away. What portion of me be assignable? And then it was there interposed a fly with blue uncertain stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see. Signed away. What portion of me be assignable? And then it was there interposed a fly with blue uncertain stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see.
Another one.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each, but each yellow like. Need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences, sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink with ill-betweens. Not the 30 or so years, but books, books. not as good for staring in. Blue gas, too regular, each bud, each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks, for all the scotch we drink, what's still between's not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
Oh, so what do y'all think of that? Awesome, huh? Good morning, night. Well, evening. It's evening where you're at, right? And then style. Don't have too much fun out there in the cold, cruel world. Hey, Holy Rogue, how is it going? And how's it going, David? And House and all you guys, how y'all doing out there today? Hopefully. See, I'm tired. See, the reason we're not doing a regular show today is because after I was done yesterday, I was just busy most of the day, and I came home and passed out. And then I was up at midnight because of the storms. And my dog, Bella, yeah, it is pretty cool. I like it. I hope y'all like it. So yeah, so I was like, dealing with this stuff. I'm just gonna play random music. All right, so let me pull up in this folder. Okay, I have this one folder called Contemporary Modern, and it has this one in it. Let's play it.
Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone, lying on my back, lipping honey, drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, of the world come, and I, a drone lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. When curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower.
Let's play this one. 1915.
I've watched the seasons passing slow, so slow, in the fields between Libassay and Bethune. Primroses and the first warm day of spring, red poppy floods of June, August and yellowing autumn sow. Two winter nights knee-deep in mud or snow, and you've been everything. Dear, you've been everything that I most lack in these soul-deadening trenches. Pictures, books, music, the quiet of an English wood, beautiful comrade looks, the narrow bouldered mountain track, the broad full-bosomed ocean, green and black, and peace and all that's good. Dear, you've been everything that I most lack in these soul-deadening trenches. Pictures, books, music, the quiet of an English wood, beautiful comrade looks, the narrow bouldered mountain track, the broad full-bosomed ocean, green and black, and peace and all that's good. Dear, you've been everything that I most lack in these soul-deadening trenches. Pictures, books, music, the quiet of an English wood, beautiful comrade looks, a narrow bouldered mountain track, the broad full-bosomed ocean, green and black, and peace and all that's good, and all that's good.
Hey, T. Hey, T. How's it going? All right, let's go back up here. You're officiating. I saw a wedding there. I'm like, tuxedo wedding. Is there something I don't know? Is there something we don't know? Nah. Good luck, my friend. Let's see here. And then, of course, yes, there's that. And then we got Joe. How is it going? There you are. Hi, Joe. How's it going? Good afternoon. I think this was the point. I'm well past the point where I was supposed to do this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to remind people way back, but not. Everything we do here, besides being pretty cool for the most part, is fair use and all that stuff. And then like and subscribe, because you know, even though she's not here at the moment, I'll just leave that there. She is our Teutonic warrior goddess after all. Yeah, this is just, it's like building the database, Yeah, y'all are on for a while. I'm sleeping in between my dog freaking, driving me nuts, trying to climb into my bookshelf because of the thunder and stuff. And I'm like, they're still on? They're still on? Yeah. But hey, yeah, well, don't doubt it, because Laura's story, I got mommy and daddy issues out the yin yang. And everybody knows, who's even watched, any of the interviews I've done and all that stuff. But her story is one of those. It always gives me this feeling of melancholy. You just want to wrap her in a hug and let her know that everything's going to be okay. And then, and I always go back and I always go back to that night at where she saw her dad, that anguish in her voice. So yeah, next time you talk to her, tell her I send good vibes and everything. And I'll be sure to do on the replay with that. From what I, like I said, I was dealing with an angsty dog, so y'all did good. Replay. Yeah. She touched the heartstrings very well, and it's well deserved and stuff, because, I don't know. It's too early in the morning for this. It's Tuesday, so let's play some more music. Yeah, you got that right. But we all do, don't we? Let's see here. The Bracelet of Glass.
The opal heart of afternoon was clouding onto throbs of storm, ashen within the ardent west. The lips of thunder muttered harm, and as a bubble like to break, hung heaven's trembling amethyst. When with the sedge grass by the lake, I braceleted her wrist. And when the ribbon grass was tight, sat with the happiness we planned, palm linked in palm we stood a while, and watched the raindrops dot the sand, until the anger of the breeze chilled all the lake's bright breathing down, and ravished all the radiant seas from her deep eyes of brown. We gazed from shelter on the storm, and throughout hearts swept ghostly pain, to see the shards of days we'd passed, broken and none might mend again. Broken that none shall ever mend.
from her deep eyes of brown. From her deep eyes of brown. From her deep eyes of brown. Oh, from heaven loosen that none shall ever tie. Oh, the wind and the wind, will it never end? Oh, the sweeping past of the ruined sky.
All right, I'm going to this right here. I know a lot in our community and stuff. A lot goes on. This, that, and the others. You got people that don't like each other. You have this, that, blah, 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 blah. To quote the dearly departed Mike Grinder, blah, blah, blah. When the egos get conflicted and everything, I want y'all to remember that night, that moment, because that's what's important. Everything else is just bullshit. You know, it's ego that people just need to get the fuck over themselves. I know it's hard to do, but they at least need to try. I know Master Yoda said there's do or do not, there is no try, but trying is part of the doing. Because if you don't do it right the first time, you can always fucking do it again. You know? T, you're not the only one that's passionate about that shit. Or about this shit. We all are. If we're not passionate about it, then we wouldn't be here. Because it's their stories that matter. We've got to get their stories out there because ego's like an asshole. Everybody's got one, and most of them suck or stink. I'm mixing my metaphors here, but y'all can fucking quote me on what I just say. Go download this, clip it, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's a trauma response. I do it myself. Overthinking. It's a defense mechanism. Exactly. Good morning. Now let's play this. All right. It's right here. Where is it? I know I'll put it somewhere. Oh. No, not there. Here.
Should she give her bounty to the dead? What is divinity if it can come only in silent shadows and in dreams? Shall she not find in comforts of the sun, in pungent fruit and bright green wings, or else in any balm or beauty of the earth? Things to be cherished divinity must live within herself. Passions of rain or moods in falling snow, grievings in loneliness or unsubdued, elations when the forest blooms gusty, emotions on wet roads on autumn nights, all pleasures and all pains, remembering the bough of summer and the winter branch. These are the measures destined for her These are the measures destined for her soul.
There ain't nothing to be sorry for at all. See? How's it going, Brad? I got into a little rant when you got your size. You got an asshole merit badge on your uniform? Oh boy. Brian is a poet. His poems, he poems his way through life. But you don't know how true that is. Oh, you don't know how true that is. Just like I'm putting or poeming my way through this show this morning. Oh, where are we here? Let's play this one.
This spring, as it comes, bursts up in bonfires green, wild puffing of emerald trees and flame-filled bushes, thorn blossom lifting in wreaths of smoke between, where the wood fumes up and the watery flickering rushes. I am amazed at this spring, this conflagration of green fires lit on the soil of the earth, this blaze of growing and sparks that puff in wild gyration, faces of people streaming across my gaze. And what fountain of fire am I among this leaping combustion of spring? My spirit is tossed about like a shadow buffet in the throng of flames, a shadow that's gone astray and is lost. what fountain of fire am I among this leaping combustion of spring? My spirit is tossed about like a shadow buffeted in the throng of flames, a shadow that's gone astray and is lost.
So, might be some more dead air before I get to the next one. So, because I want to play a particular one and I can't find it. I think that's usually the way it is. So I'll just play this one. Hey, why not?
I met the bishop on the road, and much said he and I. Those breasts are flat and falling now. Those veins must soon be dry. Live in a heavenly mansion, not in some foul sty. Fair and foul are near of kin, and fair needs foul, I cried. My friends are gone, but that's the truth. No grave, no bed denied. Learned in bodily lowliness and in the heart's pride. A woman can be proud and stiff when on love intent, but love is pitched his mansion in the place of excrement. For nothing can be sold that has not been rent. When on love intent, but love has pitched his mansion in the place of excrement. For nothing can be sold or whole that has not been
All right, Pizza. Does your car's radio like this one?
He sleeps on the top of a mast with his eyes fast closed. The sails fall away below him like the sheets of his bed, leaving out in the air of the night the sleeper's head. Asleep he was transported there, asleep he curled in a gilded ball on the mast top, or climbed inside a gilded bird, or blindly seated himself astride. his reflection. A gull had wings under his and remarked that the air was like marble. He said, up here I tower through the sky, for the marble wings on my tower top fly. But he sleeps on the top of his mast with his eyes closed tight. The gull inquired into his dream, which was, I must not fall. The spangled sea below wants me to fall. It is hard as diamonds, it wants to destroy us
And let's go once more.
Oh God, in the dream, the terrible horse began to paw at the air and make for me with his blows. Fear kept for 35 years poured through his mane, and retribution equally old or nearly breathed through his nose. Coward complete, I lay and wept on the ground when some strong creature appeared and leapt for the rain. Another woman, as I lay half in a swound, leapt in the air and clutched at the leather and chain. Give him, she said, something of yours as a charm. Throw him, she said, some poor thing you alone claim. No, no, I cried, he hates me, he is out for harm, and whether I yield or not is all the same. But like a lion in a legend, when I flung the glove, pulled from my sweating, my cold right hand, the terrible beast that no one may understand came to my side and put down his head in love. Like a lion in a legend, when I flung the glove, pulled from my sweating, my cold right hand, the terrible beast that no one may understand came to my side and put down his head in love.
I love the way it just gets that with the ooh gut punch right there at the end. Oh, hey, that's all I can hope for. If I'm going to be a bad influence on someone, I'd like to be a bad influence on it with like that. Other than that, I like Pump's About Fish. My appetite. Oh, I didn't do it right at all. My drumsticks are right there. You're too kind, sir. You're way too kind. All right, let's play some more music because that's why I'm here. All right. How are we going to do this one here? Oh, yeah, I got to go to this folder here. I need to go through and more work, more database work until school starts. And then, yeah, let's go with here. Sorry for the dead air, people. Let's just play this one.
The warping night air having brought the boom of an owl's voice into her darkened room, we tell the wakened child that all she heard was an odd question from a forest bird, asking of us if rightly listened to, who cooks for you, and then who cooks for you, asks for you. Words which can make our terrors bravely clear can also thus domesticate a fear and send a small child back to sleep at night, not listening for the sound of stealthy flight, or dreaming of some small thing in a claw, borne up to some dark branch and eaten raw. Warping night air having brought the boom of an owl's voice into her darkened room, we tell the wakened child that all she heard was an odd question from a forest bird, asking of us if rightly listened to, who cooks for you, and then who cooks for you. Words for you. Ooh, words which can make our terrors bravely clear, can also thus domesticate a fear and send a small child back to sleep at night, not listening for the sound of stealthy flight, or dreaming of some small thing in a claw, borne up to some dark branch and eaten raw.
That speaks for itself. That's why I write. And you know, you can take those little bitty poems and string them together, make big ones. Very good. And this is good therapy too. I like doing this. You know, even though it's like Gosh, at one point I was going to just like not go on this morning because being up all night and crap. But then I'm like, I get to play this stuff for people.
There is something about a martini, a tingle remarkably pleasant, a yellow, a mellow martini. I wish I had one at present. There is something about a martini, ere the dining and dancing begin. And to tell you the truth, it is not the vermouth, I think that perhaps it's the gin. There is something about an old-fashioned that kindles a cardiac glow. It is soothing and soft and impassioned as a lyric by Swinburne or Poe. There is something about an old-fashioned when dusk has enveloped the sky, and it may be ice or the pineapple slice, but I strongly suspect it's the rye. There's something about a mint julep, it is nectar imbibed in a dream, as fresh as the bud of the tulip, as cool as the bed of the stream. There is something about a mint julep, a fragrance beloved by the lucky, and perhaps it's the tint of the frost and the mint, but I think it was born in Kentucky. Something they put in a highball that awakens the torpidest brain, that kindles a spark in the eyeball, gliding, singing through vein after vein. There is something they put in a highball which you'll notice one day if you wash, and it may be the soda, but judged by the odor, I rather believe it's the scotch. Then here's to the Rotten and Wassail, wherever good fellows are found, be its master instead of its vassal, and order the glasses around. For there's something they put in the wassail that prevents it from tasting like wicker. Since it's not tapioca or mustard or mocha, I'm forced to conclude it's the liquor.
Oh, I'm going to play an original now. Hey, Deirdre Gore, with gin, of course, and stirred for 10 seconds while glancing at an unopened bottle of vermouth. That's poetic. You must tell us if it was an original or who that is a quote by, because that is quite lovely. Let's see here. Let's just play another Emily Dickinson, After Great Pain.
centuries before. The feet mechanical go round a wooden way of ground or error art regardless grown a quartz contentment like a stone. This is the hour of lead. Remembered if outlived as freezing persons. Recollect the snow, first chill, then stupor, then the letting go. Then the letting go. Mechanical go round a wooden way of ground or error art regardless grown a quartz contentment like a stone. This is the hour of lead. This is the hour of lead.
Normal? No, definitely not that. Let me go back in here. I think you did send this to me. Talk about weird. That's a weird movie. I've seen it once. I did not watch the sequel. I've not watched the sequel, but yeah, that's a poetic quote. It was actually the W word, because it's kind of like the W word. It's actually one of the things that got me into this. You see, I'm Navy, and when you are a W word, it means you have not gone below the equator, and I've gone below the equator. I've gone below the equator. Therefore, I am what they call an honorable shellback. So I find you calling me that very offensive because I've actually earned it. Unlike the valor that they steal. And it was like, I was wondering, I know Hubbard, he took a lot of shit from the Navy. Don't you know it? I'm proud of it. Who wants to be normal? I don't. That's a poem, actually, by me. So yeah, it was that word that got me into this. Like, I want to know, did he, you know, because he was, his dad was in the Navy, an admiral, and that's weird. His dad, L. Ron Hubbard's dad, was a fucking admiral. Well, you know, that's how he got his commission. Anyways, I forgot where I was going with this, but you know, I am an honorable shellback, thoroughly. Oh yeah, I was wondering. He'd probably heard that word from his dad, and then hearing it from being out in the world and everything. Yeah. A bridge to total freedom, a rickety bridge. It is, for freedom is a long stretch from the trap within towering blue. For the trap within towering blue, with the golden cross above, incinerates the believers, incinerates truth. You got that right. Keep on working on it. That's good. Oh, cool. Yeah, like I said, it's short for pollywog or gollywog. You know, that's it's a sailor thing. All right. All right, I am going to play one more because it's a little over an hour, and the Xenu Marlene has kicked in and everything. So let me leave you with this one here. This is all for you, my friends, because you know, you guys are awesome. I appreciate every bit of time that y'all spend with me here on this journey. And, you know, that's all we can ask for. Just a little love and friendship every once in a while. And maybe a few more subscribers because, oh, yes, I am at 446. New all-time high. Yay. We'll get there one of these years before the second coming.
Not marble nor the gilded monuments of princes shall outlive this powerful rhyme, but you shall shine more bright in these contents than unswept stone besmeared with sluggish time. When wasteful war shall statues overturn, and broils root out the work of masonry, nor Mars his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn the living record of your memory. Gains death and all oblivious enmity, shall you pace forth your praise shall still find room, even in the eyes of all posterity, that wear this world out to the ending doom. So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this, dwell in lovers' eyes. Against death and all oblivious enmity, shall you pace forth your praise shall still find room, even in the eyes of all posterity, that wear this world out to the ending doom.
So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this and dwell in lovers' eyes.
So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this and dwell in lover.
Hey, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I actually might steal that line. I'll credit you, though. Falling off the bridge of sanity. Love it. Love it. Because in insanity, there is freedom. Think about it. All right, my friends. It's got to be the right kind of insanity. not the felonious kind that'll make you end up in prison. All right. I will see you guys later. Okay, so I guess it's noon Eastern Standard Time, which would be 11 my time, Central, 9 for the Pacific fellas, 6 over in the UK, and the butt crack of dawn for our friends down under. Meet there at Mona's for the next commission thingy. I'll see y'all later. Bye.